Welcome back. Well, thousands of people use supplements every day,
but they might not be aware of the dangers that come with it. Dr. Sarik Cherry-Curry joins us now. Good morning, doctor. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. So why do you think it's so important to spread awareness about supplements? Because a lot of people don't know what could actually be in them, right?
That's exactly right. So 2/3 of Americans take some form of vitamin or supplement. It's a $30 billion industry.
Wow.
And I don't think most people know, including my patients or even colleagues, that the FDA does not do any pre-market surveillance of supplements before they come onto the market. And what that means is when you're taking something, you don't know if it's safe, you don't know if it's effective for the claims that the manufacturer is claiming.
Yeah.
You don't even know if what's on the label is in the pill or capsule.
Oh my.
What?
And it's really
They're allowed to do that.
How is that allowed?
The way the regulation is set up is the FDA does not regulate them like they do over the counters.
Okay.
And so it's mostly an honor system, which, you know, can get abused from time to time.
Definitely.
Wow.
The New York Attorney General looked at supplements, and they found 80%, 4 out of 5 supplements, had no evidence of the plant or herb on the label in the pill.
Whoa.
Oh my.
That's scary.
It's really scary. And then a lot of studies recently, Mayo Clinic came out with something saying that 12 out of 12 adrenal support supplements had adulterated thyroid hormone or steroid hormones in it. In the athletic performance, sexual health, there's often adulterated medicines, and those can have serious consequences because the patient or their treating physician doesn't know what's in them.
Wow. So how do you know what you're taking?
Yeah.
This is a problem. So the consumer actually has to do a little homework because it's not regulated. They have to look for third-party studies, not manufacturing provided studies, but third-party studies showing that what they think they're getting actually will provide the benefit. You got to look for verification, third-party verification, that what's in the bottle is actually in the bottle.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not easy to do.
No. And I know you mentioned some consequences people could be facing from taking these, so can you kind of talk through what some of the consequences would be if there were something like a steroid in one of these that you could be facing?
Certainly. If you're taking a supplement and you don't know that it's adulterated, for example, it sends over 20,000 people to the ER every year, these dietary supplements. Certainly can have drug-drug interactions. If you're having a hidden pharmaceutical in something and you're taking other medications, it could cause serious consequences.
Oh my. This is see, because I was talking to you earlier about, because I see some people taking the protein supplements, which you said are mostly fine, right? Like
Well, there's a lot of purity issues with them, but we don't know of any specific harm. I think the fundamental problem is we all take supplements mostly for wellness.
Right.
Right.
And all of the studies, almost all of the studies, multivitamin, fish oil, joint stuff, all of the data out there say it doesn't provide any benefit. And the rare exception is prenatal vitamins. Vitamin D has had some benefit.
Sure.
And I think the challenge is we all look for natural solutions, especially with less side effects. And we do know things like aspirin, caffeine, even some chemo drugs come from plants. So there is some real efficacious products out there. It's really hard to find.
So you said you have to do your research. Does that just, typing it into a web engine? I mean, how does one actually know? Do they ask a doctor like yourself? Do they go to someone professional and say?
You could ask the doctor, but I think most doctors will say that there's no data. If you're eating, even most Americans, even with the diet we have, they're getting what they need. If you take a multivitamin, you either don't absorb anything additional to what you need, or certain fat-soluble vitamins can increase the risk of cancer. So kind of the take-home message is you don't really need these things. But if you're going to take something, you got to do a little legwork, like you said, Google search or something like that.
But you have also, real quick before we wrap up, you have also created an online resource to help people as well, right?
We did. We created smartceuticals.org, which is a website that helps navigate people on the process.
Sure.
We have a Facebook, Smartceuticals, that gives updates on all these studies that are showing adulterated medicines. We're even considering opening a line of items that does the legwork for the consumer. So these are clinically validated, safe, effective products. But yeah, I think if they go to those websites, they'll find some really helpful resources.
Great. Well, we'll have those linked up with this segment on our website today.
Really eye-opening.
Yes,
Thanks.
very. Thank you so much for being here. Coming all the way from Chicago.
Thanks again.
Appreciate it. We'll be right back, you guys.